Ladies and gentlemen, it is now my pleasure to invite our chief guest for today, the Prime Minister of New Zealand, Right Honourable Helen Clark, to address the audience.
Ayubowan, and good morning everybody. Can I also acknowledge the minority languages of Sri Lanka, Wanakum and Assalamu alaikum. And I acknowledge our guests. Honourable Chris Carter, Minister of Education and Ethnic Affairs, Leader of the Opposition Mr Key, MPs Dr Ashraf Chowdhury and Mrs Wong, our Honorary Consul, Acting President of the Association, members of the Association Executive and everybody who's come to celebrate the 60th anniversary of Sri Lankan independence in the Prime Minister's Mount Albert electorate. You are very welcome here this morning. I have been to many of your celebrations of Independence Day over the years and seen many beautiful dance performances, as we've seen this morning, beginning with the very elegant dance with the four ladies, and then the dance by a young woman who it's almost impossible to believe is only 10 years old. It was so sophisticated and beautiful, so congratulations. But I know that this Independence Day anniversary celebration is a special one because it's the 60th anniversary. And it's the 60th anniversary of what we once knew as Ceylon gaining independence from Britain. That was 1948, 152 years after Ceylon formally became a British colony. But of course before that, the Dutch and the Portuguese were around the coast of what we know today as Sri Lanka. And as an earlier speaker said, 60 years independence is but a drop in the great bucket of time of the history of the island of Sri Lanka. It's thousands of years of human history, of culture, languages, heritage. It is a very, very rich inheritance that the people of Sri Lanka pass on to their children and future generations. So it was 1948 that Ceylon became a dominion in the British Empire. Now, in 1907, New Zealand became a dominion in the British Empire. So we have something in common there. And those of you who have come from Wellington today for the celebration may know that the name of the newspaper in Wellington, The Dominion, now the Dominion Post, that comes from New Zealand becoming a dominion in 1907. I don't know whether Sri Lanka has a paper called The Dominion from 1948, but that would be the parallel for that. But I'm very aware that after the 1948 coming of Dominion status and independence, there was one more step for Ceylon to take, and that was to become a republic. And from 1972, we've known your country by the name of Sri Lanka when it became a republic. Of course, New Zealand and Sri Lanka relations go back to those earlier days of the British Empire in the 19th century, and I know some people came from Sri Lanka for the gold rush. Some of my people came from England for the gold rush. My great-great-grandparents did, so it goes back a long way. But of course, over many years, we've seen people come from Sri Lanka to New Zealand. We think back to the Colombo Plan and the dental nurses who came to be educated here, and we're a very colourful sight in the streets of Wellington with their saris and many friendships from that time. And then over the years, the many professionals who've come, and I believe I'm right in saying